Hey guys, George Lack speaking. How are you? Yeah, this is my marker there, pen. I hope everybody is doing well there. So today, we haven't been buying too many collections, but God, I miss you guys. So I figured let me do a video on investment. Look, if you're not much knowledgeable comic books and you're not sure what to invest, I can give you easy way to make money. Not very complicated. Just follow my instruction. Number one book, buy only CGC or CBCS. Don't then you make sure the book is not restored. So you should because if you're not much knowledgeable about comic books, buy a graded book. So that's my first recommendation. So we're gonna go with my top. I don't know. I brought a couple of books here. Some of them I have, some of them I sold out and I don't have, but I'll just tell you anyway. So we're gonna start with the all classic giant size X-Men 1. I believe this is probably the best investment you can make in comic books right now. It's relatively, it's not too expensive. I mean, it's expensive, but you have such nice character in this. I highly recommend. You have 4 appearances. You can see them right here. So I would definitely, this is my number one pick. If you're able to get anything like 7.0, if any grade is good. It's going to keep on going up. There's no going down. So this is my number one book. Okay, then I'm gonna go with my second pick, which is basically you have X-Men number 180, 181. I think this is a better buy than this one just because it's pretty cheap. But either way, I know it's a little bit expensive, but I think there's still room. I mean, I don't see it going down anytime in the near future. I think you can never go wrong, but don't overpay. So it's very important that you don't overpay. That's the most important thing. You pay market value. Make sure the stamp is, well, if you get it graded, you're good. Okay, this is my third pick that I like a lot. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle number 1. I think they made 3. This is a third print, and this is not the price. Just to let you know. This is a third print. And the first print, I think they printed like 5,000, 7,000, and 10,000. So there's probably like less than 20,000 copies of of this book compared to, let's say, for instance, a Hulk 181. There's probably like 500,000. So you know what? This is relatively very, very cheap still. I highly recommend try to get a copy, even if it's a third print. Make sure you get it graded before you buy it. Okay, don't buy a raw. Okay. I'm gonna go with my fourth pick, which would be Amazing Spider-Man number 129. I'm not saying much, but you know what? These are like so obvious. It's a classic cover, and Punisher has, he did well with the Netflix series, but I think that he could do better. I think there's potential, very much potential. All right, so the other ones, like, I haven't even decided yet, but I really like X-Men number 1. Again, I know there's a lot of X-Mens. Maybe it's because they haven't joined the Marvel Universe, whatever. But I like X-Men number 1. I think it's still pretty cheap. I don't think you could go wrong with this book. You have Mutant, and, I think it's a very, very good book. All right, let me see. I'm going to go with this book here. Maybe, it's like you have to see what happens with the TV show. But I have a feeling that it's going to be really, really good. Basically, he's kind of like the Batman of the Marvel Universe. So I like this book a lot. I think it has a lot of potential for a lot of growth. The print run is much, much lower than the Hulk 181 and Giant Size X-Men 1. So the print run has always been low in this book. So I like this book a lot, okay? So this is my fifth. I'm just choosing here and there. You know what? Look, I know that this book has already passed, and they probably printed like 1 billion copies, but I still like this book, which is the first Deadpool. I think that, he's going to be there for a while. I think he's going to be used again, but again, don't go and exaggerate. Just, I think there's still potential, okay? You cannot go wrong with this book. You know what? I don't have a copy here, but Amazing Spider-Man 300. I find that that's one of those books that it can only go up in price. First full Venom. He's not on the cover, but it's a classic cover too. He appeared in 298, 299 cameo. So you know what? That's a lot of printed, but I still like that book. A lot of potential. Then I'm gonna go for this book that I like a lot. Okay, it's DC Comics Presents number 26. Okay, it has like nice characters. You have the First Prince of Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire. And I think there's potential with this book. There's a lot of them printed, but I like this book a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go with a book that I like a lot. If you ever be able to find a copy, get this book. First Doctor Doom. I think this is very underappreciated comic book. This guy is awesome. Doctor Doom is a genius. He's a sorcerer. He's everything, So I like this book a lot. So I put that in number what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think number 7. I forgot. Okay. I'm gonna go with it. There's a couple of books here that I don't have them in here, but obviously Amazing Fans 15. You can never go wrong with that. FF1, you can never go wrong with that. Hulk number 1, you can never go with that. I don't have these books here, but I'm gonna go with books that I like a lot. So we have a Journey Intermission number 83. First Thor. You cannot go wrong with that one. It's still it's expensive, but it's not like crazy that you can't buy one there. So I recommend this book here. Okay. We're gonna go for Amazing Spider-Man number 14. He's been used, but I think that they made so many different characters of the Green Goblin, and he's always been the nemesis of Spider-Man. He killed his girlfriend. It's a classic one. It's still underpriced, so you could easily get one pretty good. So I can recommend that one. Then we're gonna go to a Tales to Now Astonish number 27. First Ant-Man. Ant-Man the movie was really nice. I thought it was one of the best movie character from the movies there. So first Ant-Man, it's very hard to find. From all the Marvels, it's probably one of the hardest one to find because nobody really thought about it, And he's never been used that much except for the Marvel Universe. Okay. So we do have this, they printed a lot of copies. Most of the investment in Marvel, I guess you could put some DC. I just didn't think about it. But let's just say that we're doing Marvel for today, okay? You have Avengers number 1. Always a classic cover. It's a great comic book. The movies are based on this, so just buy these books. You don't have to go very far. I know there's some new books that are hot, but that's a good book. And I'm gonna finish off with 2 other books that I like a lot. You have Star Wars 1, heavily printed. I don't know, they printed 1 million copies or more, but nevertheless, if you're able to get a 9.8, I think it's still pretty reasonable cheap. You can get a copy for $2,000, $1,500. So you know what? For $2,000, $1,500, even though they printed a lot, I think you can't go wrong with that. You get 9.8s for that. Don't get 9.6, 9.8 minimum. And I'm gonna finish off with this book here because I could go on forever and ever. But you can never go wrong with this book, just because it's such a cool cover, such an iconic character. There was movies made with him, but I think there's so much potential. There's a Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't know. I think they can still happen. So guys, this is a little bit my list that I thought would be interesting if someone doesn't know. Make sure you buy it graded. And comic books is like, it's fun, you buy comic books, you sell them, you trade them, you improve your grade. So a lot of stuff you could do. I'm watching Mandalorian right now at the same time. So just to let you know, this is George from MG Comics. We decided to go with just MG Comics from now on. It was too confusing with Comic Cage. That was our eBay store, and sometimes we used it at the shows. So we're going to go with MG Comics, which stands for May and George Comics. So guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to wish you a good day, and thanks for watching. And, I'll probably make another one on DC. These were mostly Marvel, but to be honest with you, DC, it's really hard. I mean, you have, Brave and the Bold 28. You have Batman 251, I recommend. There is some good characters, but it's mostly Batman all the time. Superman, there's not that many that I would say, okay, maybe the first appearance of Supergirl. I like that one. Obviously, if you could get a hand on Showcase number 4, First Flash, But you know, these books are so expensive, you know. And I've always been a Marvel guy, and I find like it's safe for investment anyway. What they're doing, unless Disney buys DC, then you never know. Let me see if you have any questions. What is your favorite? Give me what's your list. If you want to share, please share, and I will end it with this. And I wish you guys a good evening. Thank you so much for watching.